We are on to Virgin Voyages now. This one is going to be a short one and a fun one because lots of good things are included. So, first and foremost, roaming charges. As I say at the start of every video, whenever you are traveling out of the country, you always want to make sure you check in with your cell phone provider to find out what their policies are on roaming. Cruises are no different. So if you're cruising to different countries, you definitely want to do that because if you take that cell phone off the ship in a different country, it can be in your pocket and you won't even be using it. If someone is calling or texting you, you can be charged roaming. So you don't want that. That will completely ruin your mood after returning from your vacation when you get that phone bill. So make sure you check in with that carrier to find out what their policies are in terms of roaming. Now we get to the good stuff. The internet is included with Virgin Voyages. So as soon as you step on the ship, you connect to their internet and you can do all of the fun stuff that you do on the internet when you're connected. They do have streaming packages available for purchase, and you actually don't need them. So, unless you're working or something like that where you don't want to chance it, for me, I just like to watch my iPad. But as it was, the programming was really, really good. So, it's just like when you're on the plane and then you have the airlines that have movies and TV shows in the headrest. The same type of programming was available on Virgin Voyages. So there was always something really good to watch in the cabin. So I never had to use my iPad at all. I watched my TV the entire time, which was a whole lot of fun. So that is included. You don't have to worry about it. And also, I forgot to say, if you want to avoid roaming, just keep your phone in airplane mode the whole time. So you can be connected to Wi Fi and be in airplane mode simultaneously. That is what I plan to do on my next cruise, which happens to be next week, because I don't want any of those charges. I don't even want to know what my cell phone provider is offering because my bill is always a few $100s higher when I get home, regardless. So that covers your internet on Virgin Voyages, which is pretty awesome. The fact that it's included. The next thing is the drink package. Drinks are free. So all your soda, anything non-alcoholic is included on Virgin Voyages. I also noticed that the cost of their drink package is less. So it was $300, and the last time I looked, it was $200. Don't know if that change is permanent or not, but if you want to book with Virgin Voyages, you should do it now while it's still $200 because I think that's an excellent price for a drink package, especially for a 7-day cruise. So, wonderful price. Have to add, when Virgin Voyages set sail, when your ship sets sail, if you're on that top floor, they give away free champagne, as much as you can drink until they run out of it. So if you're standing there like we were, stalking the locations with the champagne, we were waiting and we got several glasses of champagne. So keep that in mind. You can get free drinks from the start with Virgin. Next one, specialty dining, also included. The only caveat is that you have to book 2 months in advance. So my advice would be to go on the website if you have a sailing scheduled, look and see when the reservation is open. Mark it on your calendar for the day before because midnight is when you actually have to start booking. So my friend and I stayed up until midnight for our trip last year, and we booked ourselves for every restaurant. So we ate at a specialty dining restaurant every single evening on Virgin Voyages. It was a lot of fun. Most of them were absolutely delicious. There was only maybe one that wasn't, but awesome experience, great restaurants. Also, pretty amazing that they offer free specialty dining. So, absolutely take advantage of that if you're on Virgin Voyages. The spa. The spa is beautiful, just like every other cruise, and the prices are comparable. So, if you're interested in spa treatments, that's something you definitely want to budget for. I would say a minimum of $100. Although again, there may be coupons or there may be specials if you go down to the spot or if you catch something before. I've noticed that if you log in a few weeks before a sailing, there's usually lots of stuff you can catch on sale in advance. So I would advise you to take advantage of that as well, especially if you're into the spa. Next, excursions. Just like everywhere else, The excursions are the same, the prices are comparable. We did a cooking class in St. Kitts on Virgin Voyages. If that is an option, if you're sailing there, then by all means take advantage. The food was delicious. We didn't know how it was going to be, and we were kind of complaining about everything up until we got the actual food. And we did rum cake, we did jerk chicken and rice and peas, and the whole meal was amazing. um all of it from start to finish, and they gave us a cookbook at the end, so that was pretty awesome. So if there's a cooking class somewhere, sign up for it. We actually did we left for Miami, so we did the one way. Once again, I can't remember. I know Sojourn is in the title, but we left from Miami. We went to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and that's the only port where we actually left the tourist area and we went outside. We also did Turks and Caicos. We stayed around the port there. Oh, and St. Kitts, we went off. We went off. We went away from the port for the cooking class, but there was like a little tour bus that took us there. But great time. We sailed. We came back from Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Beautiful port. Wish I'd stayed longer. So if you've never been to San Juan and that is where you're coming home from, book your flight out a little bit so you can experience it. I didn't get to, so that is on my bucket list of one place that I want to visit again because it was really pretty there. So I always say budget for your food when you're there, because I eat at every port because I'm a foodie. Get some of that international cuisine. Not a whole lot of money. If it is a whole lot of money, then take a taxi, go a little bit out, and as long as you feel safe, and get some authentic cuisine. But safety first, as always. But yes, food's definitely part of my budget. And of course, I always bring up Gratuity, and it's fun to bring up now because it's included. Yes, it is included in the cost of the Virgin Voyage. So gratuity is not an extra charge. And then, of course, your travel protection is a little bit easier to pay for when you're not paying for gratuity. So make sure you get it. So in the event that you have to cancel your trip, you don't have to worry about not getting your money back. So that is Virgin Voyages. Those are the extras. I didn't spend a whole lot of money on Virgin. The only money that I spent was in the shopping area. They have this perfume shop that's in there, and they have really good scents. So because it was Christmas, I bought a lot of scents. So I didn't spend a whole ton of money on Virgin. So I have another cruise booked with them for that reason, the hammock and the cost. So if you sailed on Virgin, you want to add anything, by all means, please let me know. If you have a sailing coming up, I want to hear about it. But thank you for watching, and I will chat with you soon.